there we go. Now we're recording. Now we're recording Guild Wars 1. I have a mission that's, I think, over here that I have to do. And I do hate that it sends you all the way back here to, like, this little hub area. Because I'm like, dude, I was all the way over there. But we're just going to be working on the missions and stuff. I don't want to go that way yet. Oh, not that way. Yeah, we're gonna go this way. Let's see about that one. Is there anything else closer we need to do? Okay, yeah. I think it's the unnatural growth that I was needing to do, but we'll check that and we'll do. Is this one? No, it's the wizard's one. Yeah. Okay, this one I think we gotta tell the sister. Her brother said no. So yeah. We just basically see that. I did do some missions by myself. I was gonna try and do more of them, and get most of the stuff done and buy armor and stuff and get out of the area. Cause Ghost said it was boring watching, but at least he thought so. But I just can't get the area that quickly. It's a lot of running in one direction. That's why I say it's kind of bad because I knew about the Guild Wars 1 teleporting situation where they didn't have waypoints like in Guild Wars 2 where you show up where you're at. But now that that's the case, it's really rough. I'm like, oh, this is rough. Because I didn't think that they'd be that far apart. I have been spoiled. And I am now sad. But, you know, I'm hoping that when we get into the open map, things are a little closer. But I have doubts. I also find things here to be very pestery. The bears tick me off. They just are constantly aggro, and it's like, leave me alone. I didn't do nothing to you. Elements don't care. They don't give no craps. I'm like, whatever. I don't get paid enough to care. Okay. You're very pretty. Match the elements. She's very pretty. I like her outfit. Backfire. Oh, it's a master skill. Targets one foe whenever it casts a spell. I like that one. Okay. Is this another place I can waypoint to? I don't think so. I wish. Someone, kind of, the other thing too is I know we don't have mounts and stuff, but I'm hoping my character will get faster as time goes on. Do you have something interesting? Gloves. I do need the gloves. So you need the ice cores. Okay. Let's get some ice cores. Let's get some ice cores and get these gloves. We're gonna walk away with all the armor on at some point. This is definitely holding up on stream a lot better with lower frames. Lovely. Ice element, cool. Aggressive. Ooh, dang. I was really effective at that. hunt some ice golems. Very effective against him, I think. He's a magic class, supposedly. Oh, I love that. That's pretty good. Not what I thought it was, you know, not what I was wanting, but that works. That works. Okay. I do like the snowy region that this is. It's very nice. Okay. The fire arrows are very useful. Man, try to get them to drop stuff. It's really difficult. I want the ice element. Oh, good. There he is. I don't know if he actually casts any magic. He probably just hits. It'd be nice if we made the lap and then could head back and get the gloves. Because then we only have the thigh and the face mask to get. Oh, good. And birthday cake. We don't need the earth one. We need a nice one. It is cute that they're walking around, though. The earth and ice ones are walking around together. Okay. Just letting it do the work. Okay. Dang. Just an earth one. I was looking over there to see if it was a nice one, but it's just earth. It's just an earth element. I need a ice one. Oh wow, look at that. And the scenarios are pretty good. Suppose I could look. stash. This is XP. It can't be that bad. There we go. It dropped a flame artifact. Why is it holding a flame artifact? Isn't that like the opposite of what it is? Scared by what? The bump? Or am I just damaged? Probably damaged. Storm artifact. Ice glove. Earth wand. Okay. I just wanted to see what's back here more than anything. Oh. It definitely feels like the Shiver Peaks, honestly. It's pretty back here. But what is this area? I think this was the area where I went to. It's not showing up as an area I went to. But yeah. I have strayed far from where I was going, but I really just want to explore the region. Doliak? Yeah, looks like Doliak. Okay. Sorry. I was just wanting to kind of look around and sneak around and take a peek at things that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be back here, but I don't know. Oh yeah, that's a problem. I think that's the other way I came by accident one time. Thought I touched it, but I didn't. I realized that that's something I also did at some point. I think I went the other way, and I got mugged by all of the bandits and stuff that could cast long-range stuff. Like, the elements can cast long-range too, but they also have a lot of melee that's in front of them at the time. Maybe in, like, later parts of the game they don't have as they have more, like, range weapons and skills. But the current state, is the only thing they have is, mostly just up close and personal fights. My pet's not doing too bad. I thought it was doing worse. I wasn't paying attention specifically at my pet's health. I was just like, I better heal just in case. Yeah. See, as long as you can run past the ice ones, you're pretty much good. And the rock ones need to be up and close person with you. And Guild Wars 2, you can't just run away from them. But that may also change later. They may just have these as baby stage so that it doesn't just one-shot people that are basically training. That kind of thing. Okay, so I got the things. We can get gloves. We can get back to the mission at hand. We have another mission here. Our camp's over there. And then natural things down there. I think I have to actually head past everything. But we're gonna get these gloves first. And then we'll head down to the unnatural seed area. I probably should have went all the way down to it, but I kind of want the gloves. Otherwise I'll forget about it. Plus I have all this stuff in my inventory. Okay. Okay. Can I talk to you? Are you able to help me with anything? Nope, I can just interact with you. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's go on down this way. Again. Actually, I think I could go this way. I think I can cut through. I think this is the way I went last time when going to him. Maybe? No. Maybe I mistaken myself and went up this way and thought I went down that way. Some of the places looks like you can walk there and some places don't look like you can walk there. And I kind of like that in Guild Wars 2 that you kind of have the freedom to walk where you want to go kind of thing. It's kind of nice. But it's not that bad. It does make tunnel visioning a lot easier with the game. With it just being a straightforward path in the training area. And it may be like this in the open world. It may be a little less tunnely. I don't know. We'll find out. Even if it's not, I'm not real worried about it. Even if it's all like this. I just want bigger backpacks. I'm being so sick of these tiny little backpacks. They're giving me so much grief. Okay. We're going this way and we're going to avoid the bandits that are on the other path. Hopefully nothing has respawned outside of the two in here. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I like how the characters move. Like these are pretty good movements for a game that I was expecting to be a lot worse. Okay. Sorry, I was like trying to remember how you turn off. I'm like, no. Not yet. I gotta go a little further. I'm looking down at my little mission map to help me because the map above me doesn't seem to help very well. It shows me like close proximity stuff, yes, like enemies and things, but I'm using the bigger map to like navigate. Ghost likes to put both of his together, but I mostly use the mission map because if I'm exploring around, I don't care where all the stuff is. I'll find this stuff eventually. I don't have time to try and sit here and fight these things. I got more important things to do. Go away. Shoo. Oh. We'll do that in a second. I don't want to do that right now. Oh, weird. Those things are a pain in the butt. Oh, it's all these things too. I realize I gotta do these healing things. Energy. Oh god. This is the other thing I've only came across that does bother me about this, is that there's not much dynamical movement similar to Guild Wars 1 or Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1. So I'm like kind of stuck standing still most of the time. And that wouldn't be an issue except that like it's a lot. But like it's a lot of like I'm so used to being able to move freely, so the lack of freedom is a little sad, but I mean it could be worse. I think we're needing these for something. Okay. My thing is I don't know if I have to go back and pick up the I know the difference between this and blue. Purple dye. Purple dye would be kind of nice. I know the unnatural shields are currency and they just get 3 gold automatically. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna go back to the guy. See, I'm not sure about the reviving thing on the pet thing because I'm not sure if it's because in Guild Wars 2 they just follow you anyways. And in Guild Wars 1 you can revive things, but when I tried to revive my pet last time, it didn't look like it worked. It looked like it just kind of laid there and I just kind of stood there and waited for it to respawn. So I don't know if it actually works. We shall see. I know there's a lot of spiders that are here, so we're just ignoring them. I don't have time to deal with their poison. I don't have time. Cover pet works. Okay. That's what I thought, but it didn't act like it did. Maybe I didn't finish it. Maybe I canceled it by accident. I do notice that, like, in this situation, somebody Guild Wars 2, that in Guild Wars 1, that if you cancel your skill, you waste it. So you might as well just use it and take the damage unless you're going to die immediately. Okay. Here. Okay. I'm done dealing with your bestin now. Okay. Yeah. Had to be in range. It's gotta be where the body of the pet is. That's the thing. That's what I was wondering. Because I kind of ran off. I was like, I just don't need to be here. Let's see. We need to head that way. And then that way. Also that way. Okay. We do have some in this region, so we're gonna just do it without the pet for a little bit. Thank you for the info. By the way, we're gonna go without the pet for a little bit because I do have the imp with me, and then we will see what we can do, what we can manage. ethics collector. I don't know if he has gloves or not. If it's... Nah, yeah, he doesn't have anything worth crap. Nothing I want. Okay, so we're gonna go up here, and hopefully this isn't a very long mission or a very simple one for the most part. Straightforward kind of thing. It won't, but I could dream, and I could wish, and hope. Oh, there you are. You finally caught up. Okay. I hate these black bears. They're annoying. They're everywhere, and they cause problems. Bandits are weird, too. Okay. It's a long sword. Oh, I was hoping not to attract their attention. They're annoying. Manageable, but annoying. Okay. Let's see here. It's true. It's true. Measures often discount a use skill to make, but most of my servers achieve evolution. A smaller shade. I'm marching through the woods to the east. See what I'm supposed to do? Am I just supposed to be killing these ones? I think I'm supposed to do is just be killing them. Oh, I think I have to get the skill she gave me. That's what I think it is. I'm like, why can't I do this? I need the skill that I'm supposed to be using. Yeah, I need the skill. Okay. If that is the case, then let's go back to here. Okay. magic. I think, okay. Let me talk to this guy. Unless I have to use backfire on them, which could be the case. Yeah, I figured he was here. I was like, this has to be the one that was newest, so let's find out. Destroy the slate with these skills. Simply a matter of timing. A little practice. Okay, so he taught me that skill, so he just wants me to use backfire on them, I guess. Alright, I can do that. We might tell my pet to behave themselves, because that way they don't kill them before I can test it. Okay. Sorry, I was looking down there. I was like, that's a lot of, like, creatures. Yeah, hold on. Let's do with that. Okay, I was wondering how I could command my pet, so I was a little upset. I was like, why am I... This is gonna suck having to really command it. But now that I'm glad I, like, touched on it and stuff. So now I know I can. Okay. There's a lot following me. At least I don't hurt my pet. That's all that matters. My pet's just like, nope, we're going. I care not. Oh, sorry. Sore ankle. There's so much crap out here. Like, as far as like crap as an enemies. But it's good. I do like the trees. Like, these spruce trees are my favorite trees so far, both in this game and in Guild Wars 2. I think they look very pretty, considering, and even the frozen ones look pretty cool. Come on, are you serious? You got stuck back there? That's okay, whatever. I'm telling ya. Hold up, I went the wrong direction. Dang it. I need to turn off. That was the thing. I was like, man, this is taking a lot longer than I remember. Just took the wrong turn, that's why. It's okay, though. I'm supposed to turn at the roundabout, basically. Little circle area where the element is at. Just come. We don't have time for their nonsense. Okay. Don't fight him, just come on. Yeah, just follow. Oh, goodness. Sorry, the goodness wasn't for the game. The goodness was me. Nope, I'm right. I was like, maybe I'm wrong about the roundabout. It's probably not quite this close around, but it's getting there. I think I have to go farther around this thing, but it's okay. There you go. Fire ant should be enough of a distraction. So maybe it was the map I thought I took a wrong turn at. Wonder where it was. I guess you have to like loop back around up there. Okay. Oh, good. My cat's caught up to me. Come on. Come on, boy. Let's go. We have things to do. Yeah, okay, so we need to cross over here. Okay. Oh, hold up. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we've gotten things off our backs a little bit. Let's see if we can sneak through all of them if we can. Okay. Let's see. Is there even a way past them? Yeah. Okay. Problem is there's a lot of rangers there. Get myself up and running. Okay. Alright. Okay. Can you just target one of them, please? There we go. Okay, we'll keep healing myself. Let the cat do all the work. If they're paying attention to me, they can't pay attention to him. I need all these long belts, all the belts long ago. Okay, cool. We got rid of the blockade. Okay. The dachshunds look so cute and they're so fluffy, but it's also like they don't look like wolves in my mind. They look kind of like the other things, the weregrows, whatever's in Guild Wars 2. Okay, we're just running. We don't need time for this. I'm not interested in trying to fight all of these things. I genuinely just want to get back up here to this guy and give him his information. Alright. Alright, we're moving over here. Okay. I have seen that screenshot before. Okay, so I just wanted to get out of there so I could work. Okay. We need to go back over here. think we have this that we still have to do. I just want to come to this area so I can get away from them. So I can see where I need to go. Okay. I wonder if I can go around the green area. Just because it's kind of annoying to have to go around the mountain region. Especially since I went the long way. I bet you guys think I went the long way and didn't even go the short way. Here we go. I do like that some of the they clearly used some of the pictures that they had drawn for this game in Guild Wars 1, because I have seen the Ascalon one before. It may not be, they may have redrawn it, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure it's the same one, which I like because it's nice. This game is beautiful and pretty. I also kind of wish that in Guild Wars 2, this is what Ascalonia looked like, because I feel like Ascalonia in, well, specifically the Char's region, not really Ascalonia specifically, but the Char's region is very orange and bland. The grass is about right, but the trees are about more yellows and reds. It's more like a fall constant, which I get the idea behind the idea of it, because the fact that it's supposed to be kind of a fall, that way you have like all of the seasons without actually having all of the seasons. But I do find it still obnoxious. And I think it would be nice to be able to have variations while also still having a little bit of green, because fall isn't quite just straight dead. It's kind of like becoming dead slowly, if that makes sense. Okay, so I just have to return to him now. 5 wards. I also like how you can travel without, while you're being like attacked or pursued. Can't do that in Guild Wars 2. You got to be out of combat. You gotta run. I have XP. I grew stronger. Okay, so I think a lot of our missions now that we have are at the other map area. So we're going, I'm actually gonna, go here. I was gonna go to Ascalonia, but I think it's about the same. The Char bastards deserve anything bad that happened to them. A lot of people from Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars 1 believe that. I also kind of feel like it's understandable as to why the human race and them have such beef with each other. There was no prisoners held. Oh, goodness. That's why I like playing the Savarian. They just are peaches. It's not their fault they're young. That's all they are. It's just young babies. But like, I kind of think that the Ascalonian area or the Char area looks kind of bland, because this one still has a lot of fall colors, but there's still lots of green too to kind of counter it. So it's more appealing to look at. But it could also just be that they use different hues. I don't know anything about Guild Wars 2 lore. I couldn't get into it. That's fair. I started as Guild Wars 2 player, so it's the one I tend to play the most. But I got into Guild Wars 1 because they had it on sale and everything. And I was like, okay, this is the opportunity to try it. And on top of that, there's still a community on here, and I wanted to try it. And I'm a guild master of my own guild, so we have players who are here playing this game. And so we came to make a guild here, and the best way to make a guild is actually leveling and playing and actually doing things. Obviously. My hope is that the Mesmer and then use the boost in popularity to make more Guild Wars 1 content. Yeah. See, I think both games need to continue having content and stuff like that. Because they both do, right? They both need to be tampered with for their with their own stuff. Remaster, yeah. Oh yeah, make it look nice. Make it kind of like work out with a little bit. I think they could. They absolutely could do that. It would require them to go back and make a lot of these old models, like the houses and stuff. But if they could make it run like that, that would be kind of cool. Did I not? I didn't turn it into you, did I? I have stuff in my inventory, don't I? Yeah. You're gonna off me crap. Do I have anything that's... I can't do that. I think there's like vendors and stuff, so I'm gonna go down here. I know there's a vendor. I mean, ArenaNet has said that they regretted not continuing the development of Guild Wars Show. I still think they could. Like, I think Arena could absolutely pull it off in regards to Guild Wars 1. And based off the lore in Guild Wars 2, like the newer stuff, they could absolutely pull it off really easy. Like, they could make it to where obviously everything corresponds together well. But they have they have like the fractals and stuff in Guild Wars 1 they mention. Stuff like that. I think these are quest items. So they could use that as an excuse that, you know, the characters from Guild Wars 2 went into the past and messed with something. If they had plot issues. I think if they do a remaster, it would work well as a launch pad to Guild Wars 1 content. I think if they just do it on a whim, it would work as well. That's fair. Well, I think it really, like you said, they probably have to do it on a planned set. What's a quest item? Almost threw it away. I mean, I don't think it will let me throw it away, if I'll be real. But I can still try. Like I said, I think Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 both need stuff. They both need worked on. And they're both good games. And the one thing about them is they can work together and synchronate while also still working separately. Their stories and their plots and their way of gaming and stuff. Which I think is amazing. That's not very many games you can do that, where their predecessors are just as good. Or that their sequels or their next in line is just as good. They're different gameplays, mind you. Different games, different rules, but fast forward and the road, the hill. Once you're in the green, question at least 3 locals about opposing the king. Okay, we're going over here then, I think. So like, there's ways to like make it work, I think. I don't know much about Guild Wars 1. I'm completely new. I've spent a few hours and I'm still in the training area, obviously. I'm still level 7. So I know nothing about the story and things like that. But from what my fiance says, he says that he wished that Guild Wars 2 had taken some of the stuff, lore-wise, even if they just mentioned it in passing for Guild Wars 1. Or from Guild Wars, Guild Wars 1 to Guild Wars 2, because it still corresponds. And he says that he wished some of it would still match up. Like, a good example was that he said that the undead dragon was not nearly as big as he was described to be in Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2. So Guild Wars 2, he's smaller by a lot. I said that probably is just due to rendering and model issues, because there are some really big bosses in Guild Wars 2 and they render and lag like crazy. Probably what it is. But they still could do that, an excuse, right? They could make an excuse that if they wanted to add some kind of like story, or if they wanted to add a plot loop or something suspicious, they could make an excuse that it is weird that he isn't as big as he was before. Where'd all that mass go? And you can make it to where there's a story about where it went. Because he's an undead dragon, he doesn't necessarily need specifically like organs and stuff. He's a zombie essentially, just a very intelligent one in a way. So maybe he would like use some of his mass to like make a spell. That kind of thing. I don't know. But there's some things like that he said didn't match up from Guild Wars 1 to Guild Wars 2 that he wished that they had put in. And I'm like, they probably could if they wrote it in a very creative manner. Okay. I also don't like the warrior class. Oh, is it specific 3 people? Fine, I have to ask specifically 3 people. Yeah. Do you oppose the king? Warrior class here or in Guild Wars 2? In Guild Wars 1, I don't like the warrior class. I also, the warrior class in Guild Wars 2, I also suck at, to be fair. I can't do it. But I can openly admit it's because I am mechanically not made to do, that, type of combat. Okay. Yes, there's one here. And one up there. In Guild Wars 1, my issue was adrenaline. I don't like that you need adrenaline to do stuff. It's because you have magic as a bar. You can use it as a stamina bar. I find that as a silly mechanic because it can all be under the same guise, you know? It doesn't need to be separate like that. So the fact that I have to attack with it to charge it up to be able to do cooler, bigger stuff irritates me when I could just kind of boon my arrows up. I helped popularize a certain build back in the day. It was fun to go against other people. Oh, yeah. See, I'm sure that if you were doing it right, the build would be, the warrior class would be great. But I'm not capable of doing it. So I can respect anyone else playing it and doing great. Great. Like, I am happy for you because, let's be real, I suck. That's why I did a ranger, both in Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1. I'm able to get range weapons, so if something's too scary for me to be able to take on, I can run the other way. I could take off in a near sprint, theoretically. But on top of that, I liked being able to keep enemies distant if I needed to. And I liked being able to use pets to keep them at a distance. So my way of fighting is, if we're going to be fair, cowardly. At start. And then when I get better at it, then I'm not too bad at it. But, that being the case, there are plenty of people who can play warrior class in both Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 that will absolutely slay it and kill it. My fiance is playing a monk necromancer, and he's actually doing a really good job with it. He said it's really difficult at start, but he says he's getting better at it. So, but he's also a really good player in general. I am sadly just a casual player and always will be casual. I would love to be hardcore, but I'm just not. I panic under stress. I start clicking all the buttons. And obviously you can't click buttons like that. You have to do them in a combo and you have to time them right. But, yeah. Okay. We're doing missions. I have no idea if I'm getting all of these missions. I hope I'm getting all of them. But if I'm not, I'm kind of content. Okay. I think everything else is now back over there. Go to the and locate a delivery cloak for a little. Oh, this. I have to be here. I got you a cloak. Your little thumb, you are not very little, man. You are massive. Just nothing but straight muscle. Also, I still like the bowing. I do like that the Guild Wars, both have nice bowing animations. Um, I kind of want to see what the things are. Oh, just FYI, you probably don't need the resistant on you if you don't play with some. If you're not playing with somebody, or playing with somebody. I will be playing with somebody. That's part of the reason why my fiance wants me to hurry up and get through the training phase. But I want to do all the missions because he's like, I want to play, and I need you to actually be out of the starting area. I don't know if the beer belly on him is muscular or not. It could be. Have you seen how some people will absolutely just wreck your day? I have seen a lot of people at like bars and stuff and parties go trying to like have you ever seen when two drunken men are having too much fun but they're too wasted to know they're not being wise, and they run at each other belly first, and it's the fat dude who pushes the other guy back. I'm just saying, maybe he's body shaking the shark with his belly. Oh, there's a ton of missions. Yeah, I know. Like, I get it now as to why people are still in the starting area. Some people were saying that because Ghost was talking to other players about it. There's people who stay in the starting area intentionally because they like the aesthetics. I don't think I want to do that. I'd actually want to go exploring. But you know, what are you gonna do, right? So I could see people staying here for guilds. I definitely could see them being able to recruit fresh people and being able to kind of just linger about and help people with their missions and chill and everything. I'm ready to leave everything but okay, no. We are simply delivering all of the goods. Oh, careful here. Yeah. I am I'm trying. I have to be very careful about certain things. I'm just trying to get, because I was told. My fiance told me, he's like, there's certain mission, like certain things. If you say no, it's over. You can't go back from it. Okay. We're going there. The guy in the is the permit leave. Yeah, the tutorial guy. Yeah, that's why I read at that point. It's like, yeah, because he didn't give me a reward. I'm like, so I was trying to read the mission. I was like, no, he's not giving me a mission. This is the exit. Well, I have the exit ready. I don't know how many missions I don't think I have that many that I actually have. I don't know if I want to try and get all of them or if I don't know. It's good XP. My other complaint is like the teleporting is rough, but it could be worse, like a lot worse. I'll be real. It is also weird to see this flower because in Guild Wars 2, that flower doesn't exist anymore. Like, the only way you can obtain that flower is by going to a fractal because all of Ascalonia burned. And it's like, okay, did you oppose the king? Okay. Okay. There's the Ascalonian wall. I know I haven't been much over here, obviously, and I haven't went over here or this one. But this map is huge, but also it takes forever to get from one place to the next. That's my biggest issue. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this one. I'm not gonna complain too much about that though, because it is a 20-year-old game, and this was the standard, I think, from what my Ghost said. It was like it was the common kind of the basic setup for it. So, could be worse. There's a lot worse games for sure. I would still think it's up there, equally in par and ranked with Guild Wars 2. I'm not saying something. In my book, at least, because I've spent hours in that game. Alright, I think I'm gonna get to this mission, and then we have to swap games, because I am 30 minutes behind from my goal. Not that I'm complaining. 30 minutes over is always better. And also, I was 30 minutes low behind yesterday, so it all works. Well, you don't even know yet what you're about to get into. Oh, no, I don't. I am completely going blind with this. So it could very well blow my mind, or it could very well blow a fuse. It's gonna be one of the two. But no matter what, I have to get through the game because I have decided to do this for this in the name of my guild. So even if I pick this game up, max out my character, and never touch it again, it's going to happen. There is no question in my mind about it. I am not also touching any of these things. You can have a mindgasm in this game. I hope. I do think it's going to be sad, because this is where you get to live through the Ascalonian craziness. Or the aftermath of it. And I think this is going to be really hard to watch. Because, like, not because it's going to be bad, like, hard to watch because it's a bad situation. But, like, it's going to be hard to watch because I know just how bad it's going to get. Like, if the Ascalonian ghost from Guild Wars 2 and things they say and do don't scare me enough to be like, oh, this is gonna hurt, then I'm out for it. The charge to serve, the deferred, the deferring. See, and that's the thing. I had a coworker who was a Guild Wars 1 player. He couldn't get into Guild Wars 2 either. He said it was just too much at once, and he was so used to this game, and he liked the style of these kinds of games, that it just was too much of a difference, which is fair. It's a valid thought on the matter. But he was saying that he's like, by the end of it, he's like, you will hate them. He's like, you will have such a level of hatred for them and what they did, that it would be hard to play a Char in Guild Wars 2 again. I was like, I don't know. But I don't know. I think from my perspective on the matter, it does put a very grim... It's kind of cool, though. From a story perspective, it's kind of cool. The idea that in the first game, you were playing as one race, and then in the second game, you can play as their race and their enemy, and the enemy, too. Or what was the enemy. And they have all this beef and bad blood between each other. That it's even taking, like, even in the modern game of Guild Wars 2, the Char and humans still have kind of rough patches with each other. And they don't get along with each other. They're trying, mind you, but they just aren't, like, super friendly with each other. And it's kind of like the same thing with the Savarian and the Asurans somewhat. Because the Asurans experimented on Savarian, but I don't think the Savarians necessarily hate them. I think they're just more cautious about them. Now, this is a pretty place. It's huge. So it's more like a cautious, like, I don't want to be near you kind of thing. And less of a... Yeah. What did you need? Oh, okay. So there's one here, and then there's probably another one over here. Okay, so this is getting a little easier, something to have all of the, we're getting all the points. It's a lot harder to try and get from one place to the next, without the, points of interest and stuff, or the waypoints. Oh, what are you collecting? Well, you have the legs. Spider legs. Oh, I get you spider legs. Spider legs for leggings. I think somebody planned that. Like, someone had to be like, haha, this is what we're doing. I know not to sell anything that doesn't have gold on it. I do really hope that at some point I can, I really hope that at some point I can, store stuff in a bigger container than my own backpack. I don't know if this game has a bank on it, but I hope it does. I doubt, but I hope. Because I am already having problems. Oh, did you? Oh, you did the slash bonus. Um. Oh yeah, I did do the slash bonus. My fiance told me to do it. So I have the flash. I have the most of those weapons still on me. I'm just keeping them in my inventory for right now. I kind of want to. I'm hoping we have somewhere to store them, or I get enough bags I can just kind of hide them in my bag for a little bit. I tend to hoard for a little bit, and then I see if I can find something a little better. I'm using the bow from it. It was a benefit thing. Okay, is that the only mission here? Y'all suck. I thought I was getting myself up into some fun stuff. No, there's probably more missions here where I have to really come and bring them to it. Just an FYI, the slash bonus can be used as many times as you want, so you don't need to keep the stuff. Oh, that's quite nice. I mean, it's probably just starter stuff, so, and it doesn't give you any gold, so they're not like losing anything from it. It's kind of nice. Because I'm gonna say all I'm using is the bow. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna try and switch games now, since I'm about 30 minutes over, so that's about right. All right. And to anyone who's watching this as a recording, because this is being recorded right now, this will be the end for the video view. For anyone watching stream, the stream will continue on, and we're going to be playing Oracle, 6 of Oracle.